It's a sunny Friday afternoon here at Darien High School as we get ready for some varsity football on the DAF Media Network. Today, the 1-0 Darien Blue Wave host the also 1-0 Brien McMahon Senators in what should be a thrilling matchup. Hello, everyone. Joined alongside Neve Segal, I'm Owen Heffron, and Neve. These two teams faced off last year, and Darien came out victorious.
That they did, Owen. 42-21 the final last season. Clifton Shelton, the leading rusher for Darien in that game, and he's our player to watch in this one. He just achieved that captain role this season, and with Jake Wilson graduating last year, I'm interested to see what he can do as this team's RB1.
And for McMahon?
I mean, it's got to be Mel Bynum. He suits up at wide receiver and safety and plays both positions with ease. Last year against the Wave, 8 catches, a touchdown both in the air and on the ground to go along with 5 tackles and a sack. He should be a problem in this one.
Doing his best Travis Hunter impression, it looks like. Well, it's definitely going to be an interesting one here as the Blue Wave play their first full game under head coach Andy Grant. You're watching McMahon at Darien on the DAF Media Network. Kickoff, national anthem, introductions coming up next. So Darien wins the coin toss. They defer. McMahon is going to get the ball first here. Anson Sikora is going to kick it away here for the Blue Wave. It's his first year on this varsity squad. He's going to take over for Tucker Stevens, who just this past summer went to New Canaan and is going to be doing the kicking job there. Both sides fired up. McMahon slightly more experienced as they did play that full game. They're coming off that win against Amherst, and Darien got that forfeit win in a game that should have been played at North Haven.
Mel Bynum set to receive this kick here.
Our player to watch for this one, as it's just a short little scrubber. It's going to go out of bounds. Going to start with a penalty here.
Yeah.
That's going to set McMahon up with great field position. The McMahon offense is going to take the field here, and Anson Sikora is going to get a quick word in here. Ref's discussing the spot of the ball here. Darien looking to bounce back from last season. They missed the state playoffs for the first time in more than a decade.
Yeah, there's a head coaching change there with Andy Grant taking over for Mike Forget.
Handoff. Gets up about 2 yards. Second down now.
Yeah, Braden Darling there running right down the middle. He did well, but got a return of 3 yards.
Eamon Boyle's going to be doing the starting quarterback job for McMahon in this one. Last year in that 42-21 win Darien Blue Wave had is there's a high pass. It's going to be dropped off the hands of Jaheim Daniel.
Yeah,
looking for the captain there.
Yeah, Jaheim Daniel is one of the 3-4 captains on the squad.
As I was saying, Eamon Boyle did get some playing time last year in the game at McMahon, where Darien won 42-21. He came in midway through and was able to throw and rush for a touchdown in that one.
Yeah, he got some reps in that garbage time of this game, but now he is starting against a new Darien defense.
So third down here now for the Senators. Shotgun snap to Boyle. He's going to look to throw. He's going to look downfield. No one there.
It looks like Boyle was looking for Mel Bynum. Again, looking deep downfield, but Bynum was double covered. And the ball was overthrown.
And why not look for him? I mean, he's the star guy. We talked about it. Wide receiver, safety, he can do it all. He's fast. He's got great hands. And great job by Darien here to force a 3-and-out with letting them have very solid field position to start. I'm sure Andy Grant's happy. Great first showing here. Like Lozano here. He's going to take that punt. He's going to boot it. Low line drive punt. It's going to be reeled in. Going to make a move. It's Ryan Galamo there. He's going to be taken down. Solid return, about 6 yards, as we take our first look at the Darien offense here.
Yeah, this is an offense that isn't exactly as experienced as McMahon. Darien has not played a game yet, as they had a forfeit win last week over North Haven.
Yeah, Declan Cunningham is going to be doing the starting quarterback job in this one. He and sophomore Ben Rolapp are going to be expected to change about every 2 drives. So it's going to be interesting, going to keep McMahon on their toes, not really knowing what to expect. Cunningham gets that one, a little pitch. Over, he's going to look to throw. He's going to go down the field. It's going to be intercepted.
Yeah.
Picked off. So a first play trickery gone to disaster.
Yeah.
Cunningham tosses to Rolapp, who looks down the field, but it's intercepted.
Yeah, I've never seen that before. It's like a flea flicker, but with the quarterback and not the running back.
2 quarterbacks on the field. Cunningham a pitch to Rolapp. Just tried to make something out of nothing there, and it gives the Senators and Eamon Boyle the ball right back.
Yeah, Habez Epps actually Aiden Soyland with the interception here, and McMahon gets a start at the 30-yard line. It's almost like they never left.
All right, Eamon Boyle here, gonna look to get at least a first down, being slammed in the face, 3-0. 3 and out first, is gonna give that one. Team Daniels gonna bounce around to the outside. He's gonna be taken out right near that first down marker. They're gonna call him short. It's gonna be second down now.
Yeah, in the first drive, they were running down the middle, down the middle, down the middle. Looks like they went off to the sideline this time, and it was much more successful. They have a 2nd and 1 this time.
Still a 0-0 ball game here. We are just under 11 minutes in this first quarter of play. We see Darien now in their home blue uniforms and McMahon in their away white.
It looks like there was a holding penalty because...
oh, yeah, they're going to call this one back. It looks like delayed call on here. The refs were discussing it, and they're going to bring this one back. So a long first down now. Boyle's going to, on the give, is nowhere. James Daniel goes absolutely nowhere. Carter Hagan in on that tackle. Great play to bring him down. Ryan Gately in there too, the sophomore. Expect him to be on that Darien line. He's a force. Boyle's gonna look to throw. Quick high throw and isn't able to reel it in. Looking for Bynum there.
Yeah, Bynum's going to be the main target here, and it looks like Darien's going to keep covering him as much as they can. Here he was wide open, but the quarterback overthrew it, threw it a little bit too high. But Bynum is the player to watch in this game.
Slipped out of Boyle's hand a little bit early. Bynum ran a great little curl route there. Just right over, couldn't reel it in. Reached up with that one hand. As we see our scoreboard up now, it's always great to have 3rd and 19.
Yeah.
Boyle now is just going to give it to Daniel. Daniel's got to burst of speed up the middle. He's going to be brought down. Jack Silsby, the captain, on that tackle.
Yeah, it was a delayed handoff. I really did not think. I thought he was going to go and try to throw to Bynum again, but the delayed handoff to Daniels really worked for 10 yards, but unfortunately it's still a 4th and 10. That's what happens when penalties drive you all the way back.
Little QB draw, running back draw there, as Darien, despite that interception, despite giving the ball right back, is going to get another great stop. They're going to have the ball back now.
And Jorge Lozano to punt once again.
Yeah, Ryan Gerlamo and Harry Rooney back there waiting on it. Gerlamo got it last time. Low snap, it's bobbled. He's going to get it away. Another short line drive punt. Rooney's going to be able to corral that one. He's going to be wrapped up right where he started.
Yeah, it seemed like it slipped out of his hands there. But unfortunately, or fortunately, he was not able to get it poked away by any of the Darien men. It looked like it had been tipped, but he got it to the 40.
Yeah, especially with those low line drive punts, it's really risky. If you bobble a snap, if it's a low snap and you get it away late, you never know.
As the Darien offense comes out.
Yeah, Darien looking to not repeat what they did last time. A first play interception. They were trying some tricks, and it did not work.
There seems to be only one quarterback on the field this time with Declan Cunningham.
A little more of a standard formation here for the Blue Wave coming out on their second drive of the ball game. They're just going to give this one Clifton Shelton. They're going to blow the play dead. His legs were churning, but got wrapped up there.
Yeah, this is a Darien offense which is very run-heavy. So this is an offense which is going to hand the ball off to Clifton Shelton. He's going to get about 10, 20 reps this game, and the passing game will be a little bit more diluted. Yeah,
last year versus McMahon, he had a touchdown to go along with those 76 yards. And like we said, especially last year, they were super run-heavy. So it's very interesting to see if Andy Grant is going to keep up with that style of player, if he's going to switch it up and put his own little mark on things. Man in motion. That's Luke Cesare. Oh, Cunningham is going to be wrapped up, and he's going to be taken down in the backfield. The Senators get to Declan Cunningham, and he is going to be sacked. Adrian Vega in there
almost immediately they ran through the offensive line. One guy comes in, and then the other guy comes in from the side, and then all three come in and tackle him to the ground, basically force him. Cunningham trying his best to stay alive.
So 3rd and 15 now. Darien looking to make something happen. Would like a first down here. No first downs yet in this ball game. Zari in motion again. Play action. Cunningham's going to look down the field. He's hit as he throws. Low throw, just past the outstretched arms of, who is that? Looks like Kevin Roach, their tight end. And Darien's going to be forced to punt. Anson Sikora coming on now.
That's a really unfortunate drive from Darien. 2 great starts in field position past the 35-yard line. And both have ended with them either turning the ball over or giving it back to McMahon.
Yeah, on both sides, too. Great stops. Great defensive plays by the Senators and by the Blue Wave here. Mel Bynum is back there on the return, looking to make something happen. We know he's got speed, Neve.
Yeah.
Short punt there from Sikora. It's going to bounce around the 45-yard line, and it's going to be grabbed by Patrick Gately there. And now we're going to see Eamon Boyle and the Senators out on the offense again.
Yeah, this offense has had very limited positive gains in offensive yardage. The one big gain they had was taken back by penalties. So this is an offense that's really trying to make its mark. Now they're in good field position, just 3 yards away from the Darien half. And we can see, let's see if they can get some positive points here with even a field goal.
Boyle's got it. He's going to look to pass here. Another high throw. Oh, tipped and just under the reach of Tommy Karczewski here. He wanted that interception.
Yeah, Boyle is getting some good throws, but they're all overthrowing Bynum. So Bynum seems to be open, but he's not getting the right passes right to him. He's had to jump for them.
Like you said, yeah, he's getting his receivers are open. That's another high pass from Eamon Boyle, so he's going to want to make some adjustments here on his upcoming plays. Going to give that one to Daniel. Daniel's going to hit in the back of his own lineman. He's going to keep going to get a couple yards here.
Yeah, Daniel's forward progress is really stopped by his own lineman. I think if they had moved away, it would have been a 5-10-yard gain. But still, it's good to get offensive gains. It's a feasible 3rd and 6 here compared to what would have been a 3rd and 10.
Runs right back there. So 3rd and 7 now after that 3-yard gain from Jaheim Daniel. Snap, they're going to give that one. He's going to bounce around to the outside. He's going to be eventually shoved out of bounds. That was Jonathan Angione, another captain.
Let's see where they mark the ball here. Seems to be a 4th down.
Looks like they're going to mark him short, yeah. 4th down is 3rd straight punt here for the Brien McMahon Senators.
Yeah, that's disappointing, especially when you get into enemy territory here. You start off at the 47, your own 47, and then you get the ball across midfield, but it's very disappointing that you have to end up with a punt here. It's the 3rd straight 3 and out.
So it's a 4th and 3. They're going to punt it back. Gerlamo, the lone man. He's not joined by Harry Rooney on this one. Higher punt than before. This is going to bounce backwards, and then it's going to roll and roll and roll and roll and roll. Finally be marked down. Great punt.
Yeah, that's a beautiful roll, too. Rolls, I think, down at the 2, 3, 4-yard line. It's a beautiful punt.
Great punt by Jorge Lozano, and Darien is going to start their offensive drive deep in their own territory.
Yeah, before Darien was starting at the 35, 40-yard line and couldn't get anything done. I want to see what they do here. They approach the ball differently, given that the quarterback's going to be throwing from his own end zone. So let's see how that works.
Cunningham again going out there. He was the backup behind, of course, Simeon Dole last year. Dole, the 3-sport athlete, with being the lefty quarterback here, and of course basketball, and he was an EH for the varsity baseball team. As there's going to be a read option, as Cunningham's going to leave that one, and he gets wrapped up and hit hard. He'll be dragged down after not going too far. Just makes the right read, and he's going to take off.
Yeah, this is Darien's, again, run-heavy offense. They're going to be pulling all those runs as they're swapping between quarterbacks, but they do have that strong running back in Clifton Shelton here.
John Rooney is going to come out now, and he's lined up in the slot. Will Bonner here on the near sideline. 2nd and 9 after that gain of 1 on the read option. No one in the backfield. Snap gets away. Cunningham missed it, and that goes at the back of the end zone. It's going to be a safety. Brien McMahon earns a safety early as the miscommunication leads to a snap at the back of the end zone.
Yeah, this is a game right now ran by defense, and what other way to start it than a safety? And
Cunningham just looked to his left, and the snap went right by him. Couldn't grab it, and McMahon's going to get the ball now, too. That is unfortunate if you are the Darien Blue Wave, and they are getting a talking to right now.
Yeah, I'm sure that Coach Grant is not very happy about this squad right now. They haven't managed to get, I think, a single positive yard yet, let alone a first down. And this team is going to be need to make some adjustments to win this game.
No doubt about that one, as their special teams unit is going to come on here. A couple men back there for the Senators. Adrian Vega and Bynum back there looking to take the kickoff punt from Anson Sikora here. Safeties really are an interesting thing in the game of football.
Yeah.
Very rare, despite the rareness, only worth 2 points. But the only score in football where you score and retain possession. So very interesting.
And the free kick's not from the 35-yard line, similar to kickoffs. It's from the 20-yard line, so it's very different.
Booming kick from Sikora. Vega's going to reel that one in. He's going to bounce to his right. He's going to be spun around and wrapped up around midfield. Tons of Blue Wave special teams players in on that one.
Yeah, the McMahon starts at the 47, similar to the last drive. We saw how that panned out. They won with a 3-and-out. Let's see what they can do this time.
Again, despite the shakiness of the offense, the defenses on both sides have looked amazing so far.
Yeah, let's see if the quarterback, Boyle, can throw the ball to Bynum in the numbers this time instead of overthrowing it like he has.
Yeah, certainly probably had a talk with his offensive coordinator and his head coach, Jeff Quiroga, talking about, hey, hold on to it a little longer. Make sure you hit them in your chest. Don't get anxious. Don't let it slip. As McMahon Senators here on the left side of your screen there in the white Darien and the blue on the right. And we're going to give that one to Daniel. He's going to try to bounce around outside, but nothing brewing. Be wrapped up.
Yeah, this is a very strong Darien line, so anything you say about it, it's easier said than done. This Darien line is going to come at you quite fast, and you're going to get stopped very early, as this was a 1-yard loss for the Senators.
Will Barber in on that tackle. His brother, Jack, is a former captain, and he plays football for Williams. So 2nd and 11 here for McMahon. And again, Neve, like you said, defensive show so far. Snap to Boyle. He's going to look for the screen. That's going to be Daniel. Daniel making some moves. We've got to make some man miss. He's going to dive around. He's going to be spotted down at the 50-yard line. Nice, simple, just gets it to the open man real quick. You see it again there.
Yeah, this whole game we've been talking about Mel Bynum, but Jaheim Daniels has been the guy who's really been showing Darien what's up. He's been the guy who's got the most offensive yards right now. He's gotten a couple catches. He's ran the ball well. And I feel like he right now is the player of the game for either team.
He's definitely got a lot of touches as McMahon sends many men in motion. Snap to Boyle. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to try to float one there. It's going to be picked off. Intercepted. It's going to be taken one way in the beat. Boyle's going to make the tackle. Briggs McGuckin on the interception. A wide receiver gets some reps at quarterback, and he is going to get that interception and put Darien in great field position here.
I did not expect the quarterback to make that tackle, but he wraps him around and just shoves him to the ground. It's a touchdown-saving play right here as the Darien offense starts in amazing field position here. They're starting not even in the red zone. They're starting within the 10-yard line.
There's some life if you're the Darien Blue Wave. And still on the sideline. Darien's gathered on the sideline a lot. They've always been second to put their men on the field, on offense at least, because that wouldn't be smart if they were on defense.
Yeah.
But on offense at least, they've been putting their men on the field second, making sure the coaches get that last word in that sideline huddle before they get on the field.
Yeah, using all of that play clock time to their advantage.
Declan Cunningham joined by Clifton Shelton in that backfield.
Let's see if they run it here.
Cunningham is going to give that one to Shelton. He's going to make his way inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Shelton, even in his last game against McMahon, he ran over this defense, and he looks to do the same this time as he runs for 4 yards here, right down the middle of this McMahon D-line.
So 2nd and goal now for Darien. Is there going to be another gift to Shelton? Shelton's going to make his way into the end zone for a Darien Blue Wave touchdown. Clifton Shelton with a 4-yard run. The captain comes through. Darien up 6 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Shelton just here beautifully runs through the B gap here and doesn't really have any bodies touch him for that score.
Untouched in the end zone, 6'2". Of course, the McMahon safety as Anson Sikora is going to come on for this extra point. So Clifton Shelton picks up right where he left off last season versus McMahon and is able to pick himself up another touchdown. Sikora, snap is good, kick is up, and it is through. Great kick there from Anson Sikora. 7-2 now for the Blue Wave. Student section looks lively for maybe the first time since kickoff.
Yeah. This has been a game dominated by defense until now, where actually the defense did help. It was the assist. The defense got all the way to the 8-yard line. The offense just had to run it through with Clifton Shelton getting the first points for Darien this season.
Yeah, especially, it's funny, a guy like Briggs McGuckin, who is listed as a wide receiver, and after that, I think Coach Andy Grant's going to be looking to put him in some more defensive reps. So Anson Sikora, after that extra point, is going to set up the kickoff, this time from the normal 40 marker, 40-yard marker instead of that 20 where he kicked off after the safety. Short kick again. It's going to have a lot of backspin as it's going to be fielded and taken out of bounds over by Jeremiah Jordan on the far sideline.
Yeah, let's see what this McMahon offense can do. Still hasn't done much this game. The only points have been scored by this defense, as they've had 4 consecutive 3-and-outs to start this game. Let's see what they can do this time.
Field position looks like they're going to be listed here at the 36-yard line in their own end. Boyle joined by joined by Jonathan Angione. He's going to get that. And he's going to have a burst of speed over by the side. He's going to jump, be pushed out of bounds. Looks like they're going to mark him just short.
Yeah, Angione, the other captain on offense, looks like he hurdles a man there, which is pretty cool, as it's a gain of 9 for this team as they look to get their first down of this game.
Yeah, able to show off the athleticism there, and here might be the first down you're looking for. Great spot for McMahon. Great first play. Come back after that Darien touchdown. He's going to hand it off to Angione again. He's going to be wrapped up, going nowhere. Great play there. I believe that was Brant Kaiser in on that tackle.
Yeah, the junior was quick to note that Angione was going to run the ball as he came and tackled him.
Yeah, his first year on this varsity squad. Plays rugby in the spring, so he's used to that contact. Fake to Angione. He's going to flip it down. Girolamo forced a fumble. It's going to be recovered by McMahon. Oh, my goodness. Pablo Gomez is able to grab that one and run it down. But that was near disaster as Girolamo forced the fumble from Braden Darling, it looks like.
Yeah, Braden Darling with a simple catch. He turns around and Girolamo comes and punches the ball out. But luckily for him, Pablo Gomez comes and saves the day, really. Just gives the offense more yards here.
Yeah, it's almost beneficial that Pablo Gomez was able to get that, but great defensive play. Don't discredit that at all from Captain Ryan Girolamo. He plays both sides of the ball, just like our player to watch, Jermel Bynum. Boyle's going to look to throw. Being pressured early, he's just going to toss one up. He's going to be caught! What a catch, Jermel Bynum! Yeah, twisted his body around as the ball was coming and was able to reel it in. Oh my goodness, pressure coming from Sean McGarren.
That's why he's our player of the game. No separation at all. He's able to just turn around and make that catch. And now McMahon set up in the red zone for the first time this entire game.
He was guarded by Briggs McGuckin, the man who had that touchdown, interception that set up that touchdown. And great field position here. And again, it would, Eamon Boyle kind of just tossed that one up. Kind of a prayer. Sean McGarren got in the backfield quickly. But when you have a player like Jermel Bynum, it's going to be easy to make plays. As there's going to be a give wrapped up, I believe that looked like Angione. So we saw a lot of Jaheim Daniel early, but more recently it's been with Jonathan Angione. And we saw Jaheim Daniel be targeted a lot from the backfield, so used a lot, maybe more as a receiving back here in this McMahon offense, as Eamon Boyle is going to like him.
Yeah, Daniel seemed to be used more for screen-type plays, while Angione is more of the guy who's just going to push the ball through to the end.
You see that a lot with offenses who love their two running backs. Eamon Boyle going to take the snap. Lucas Silva here on the near sideline is going to give it to Angione. Delayed give. He's going to juke inside, get outside, and he's going to, be tumbled and wrapped it down. He's bouncing to the outside. Made a couple men miss. But he's going to be wrapped up. Ryan Gately there on that tackle.
Yeah, he lost a couple of yards, but it was a pretty cool move.
Yeah, 3rd and 5. Going to be looking over to their coach for the word as Eamon Boyle's Angione in the backfield. Pablo Gomez set up on that far side with Lucas Silva, the senior captain.
It doesn't look like they're going to run a play for the end of this first quarter.
On their side.
There's no reason to.
They will, and they're going to fake the give to Angione, and Boyle's going to run it himself. He's going to throw it the last second, and it's just out of reach for Silva.
Wow, they were trying to get a play in before the quarter ended, and it comes up to no avail as now it's a 4th and 5.
So he was in the middle of being wrapped down by Tommy Karczewski and tried a desperation little throw here. But nothing brewing there as we're going to take you to the second quarter, and we will be right back after this. So field position, the play of field is going to switch here as Eamon Boyle is out here on 4th and goal for this McMahon Senators team. They're going to go for it.
Yeah, and even if they miss, their defense is so good they could force another safety, really.
Eamon Boyle, he's joined by Angione in that backfield. He's going to roll out to his right. Sean McGarren pressing. He's going to flip one. It's going to be, is that caught?
Did he catch that?
What a catch! Oh my goodness, Lucas Silva. What a catch. Tommy Karczewski went up and contested it, but Silva brought it down. A gutsy play.
When you talk about mossing a player, that's exactly what you imagine with Lucas Silva, the captain, going up and catching it over 2 players.
So both touchdowns so far on each side, Clifton Shelton and Lucas Silva. The captains deliver. As it looks like McMahon is going to keep the offense out again here and go for the 2-point conversion, which makes sense to put them at 10 and make a field goal, tie the game here. All right, so Brien McMahon Senators here looking to just add more points. Boyle's going to take the snap. He's going to look left. He's going to fire. It's going to be incomplete. That was Morgan Rupenstein there on the coverage.
Yeah, the gutsy play this time doesn't pay off, but
why not go for 2 in that situation, though? I like that call there by the McMahon coaching staff. As again, the Darien Blue Wave is going to gather here, going to talking to. They're going to separate, head back to the sideline. Jorge Lozano is going to kick this one off.
Yeah, this is a Darien offense that is now fresh and new. This is their first time scoring this year, and they look to repeat that this time as they receive the ball.
Yeah, they most likely won't get as good field position as they did last time. Just handing the ball off to Clifton Shelton a couple times off that Briggs McGuckin interception. But definitely a boost of confidence now, and they're going to want to get this one back as they're down 1 now. Again, Darien taking their time, discussing with their coaches as they're going to jog out there. Ryan Gately leading them out. Jack Silsby there, Walker Brown. William Calabro is all out there on the special teams unit for the Blue Wave.
Ryan Garlama and John Rooney set to receive this kickoff as McMahon still in the huddle, deciding what they will do.
Yeah, John and Harry Rooney, twins on this team. John's first varsity catch was actually last year, and it was a 65-yard touchdown, which is a great way to start your varsity career.
Yeah, there's no better way to start it than a touchdown, and no worse way to start it than an interception. So, great job by John Rooney there.
Kick is low. It's a squib kick. It's going to be under the hands, right to Ryan Gerlamo, as he's going to take it up the right sideline and be pushed out of bounds just past the 30-yard line. So Sean Picorni rolled right under his hands, but thankfully right to the hands of their captain, Ryan Gerlamo, as the Darien offense looks to get some back. Again, you're watching us on the DAF Media Network. I'm joined alongside Neve Segal. I'm Owen Heffron, and we see Darien here in their home blue uniforms as they're hosting the Brien McMahon Senators in their away white, and both teams 1-0. McMahon might have had a little more of a tough time getting 1-0 as we see that Darien defense watching film on the sideline. It's a great way to keep the players ready, keep them alert, know what to expect.
Roll-up is now the sole quarterback here. It's his first actual start. His first pass as a varsity quarterback was an interception in the first half.
Oh, is he's going to draw on offsides here. Great start for the Blue Wave offense, as they're going to be pushed up 5 yards. 1st and 5 now. Ben Rolap, a sophomore. He's, like we said earlier, he's going to be splitting a lot with Declan Cunningham. He was the freshman quarterback last year. He's going to give that one to Clifton Shelton, who's going to push past that first down marker. Great run from the captain running back.
Yeah, with a new quarterback in, you don't want to stress him so much that you can use Clifton Shelton. He's been there before. He had a great game last time. Why can't he have one this time? So
A lot of times on 1st and 5s, you'll see offenses try to go deep, as you know, that 2nd down is guaranteed to be shorter than at 10 yards. But play action now, roll-up's going to look left. He's going to be lit up. Pass is reeled in despite the contact. Will Bonner there on the reception. Great way to keep it close.
yeah, Will Bonner, he's committed to tough for lacrosse, and he's a lag standout in the spring. So
yeah, a little different from holding the stick here, but great hands to get on that ball. Roll-up's going to fake it again. He's going to look for the screen on the left side. Going to lower the shoulder there again. Finds Bonner.
yeah, roll-up's first few varsity passes seem to be targeting Will Bonner. If you have that connection, it's going to be great to keep going to that guy, especially if he's reliable and he's making those catches, not dropping them.
So quick plays back and forth, and roll-up is nothing as the pocket collapses instantly. Roll-up's going to be taken down there. So 2nd and 3 is going to be moved back to a 2nd and 10 now. Roll-up's going to take this one, fake it to Shelton. He's going to look right. He's going to grabbed in. There's Luke Cesari. So nice catch and throw, but not only 1 yard there on the reception.
Yeah, Cesari catches it over Vega, but Vega is right there, and he just grabs him and pushes him down. So it's just a 1 yard gain, 3rd and 9.
Roll-up talking, his coach on the sideline. Words of advice, maybe relax. Big moment here as a varsity quarterback, especially just as a sophomore. No JV experience, just went straight from freshman to varsity. Another fake give, and he's gonna avoid that tackle. He's gonna roll out right. He's just gonna flick it, it's gonna be caught. Kevin Roche. Great way to make something out of nothing from Ben Roll-up as he makes a maze. He makes Jaheim Daniel, the captain, miss.
It's hard to miss Kevin Roach. He's 6'8", so he's a big target for you to catch as he rolls in that one. It's 4th and 4, though.
Yeah, he was looking like to be their main, the Darien Blue Waves' main tight end this year. Yeah, like you said, huge guy, plays lacrosse. As it's 4th and 4, Darien is going to test their luck here. Harry Rooney in the backfield now. He's going to roll out. Roll-up's going to look. He's going to connect. Great catch from Connor Lane. So the gutsy call pays off. Great throw, great catch. Love to see it for the Blue Wave.
Yeah, even in Darien's last meeting with McMahon, they went for it a couple of times, and they succeeded most of those times on 4th down.
A give to Rooney here. He's going to cut on the left side, and he's going to gain some solid yards here as Darien continues their push towards that McMahon end zone.
Yeah, Darien's just driving and driving down the field. It doesn't look like they're getting stopped at all. Their only stop was really just an incompletion. So as they look to keep moving forward and get that lead back.
Yeah, McMahon is going to take a timeout here, their first one of this first half, and Darien is gonna have a chance to talk. Neve, what do you think is the game plan here if you're Jeff Quiroga of Brien McMahon? What are you telling your defense?
Roll-up's really been passing here. I think you go with this pass defense, but you got to make sure that Clifton Shelton doesn't run that ball. You got to have that strong line up front to make sure that Clifton Shelton cannot run the ball, while also having that coverage outside, because it looks like that roll-up is really finding his targets in Bonner and Roche that he's going to look to pass to each and every time.
So Darien is gonna file out onto the field here. They have 2 tight ends now on the field. They have Charlie Tom and Kevin Roche. So 2 huge guys, 2 huge targets for Ben Roll-up here, as Tom is gonna set up right behind Roll-up in the backfield.
Yeah,
Connor Lane and Luke Cesari on the near sideline here. Wow, Roll-up forces another Senator offside, and they are going to march their way up way closer to the end zone.
Yeah, as John Anesta, the referee, announces that there's an offsides for McMahon.
Yeah, they just mental mistakes can happen. Not what you want to see here for the Brien McMahon Senators. His roll-up is going to give it to Tom, and it's going to be a fumble. It looks like it's going to be recovered by McMahon. Wow. So they drive all the way down, but it's stripped away from Charlie Tom as he just loses the football.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Number 53, Emerald Charles, the captain, looks like he just punched it out as soon as Tom just started running, and
He has lost the ball, and it looks like number 10, that was Michael McCarthy, was able to fall right on top of it.
It's a disappointing drive for Darien.
Major turn of events for the Darien Blue Wave, and it's dead silent here near the Darien student section. So Eamon Boyle is going to be backed up right on his end zone. He's going to give that one to Jaheim Daniels. Jaheim Daniels got some room. He's going to go around the outside. He's going to be wrapped up and taken down by Morgan Rupenstein. So about a gain of 5 there.
Yeah, Jaheim Daniels, we didn't see him much on the touchdown drive by McMahon, but he's back here now. So he looks to be involved with his co-captain Angioni right now.
Pablo Gomez here lining up the near sideline. He is guarded by Tommy Karczewski. Senators checking their play cards. It's going to be Boyle joined by Daniel again. So no Angione so far on these two plays, 2nd and 3. Going to fake the give. Eamon's going to keep it. He's going to get that first down and eventually be wrapped up and taken out of bounds by, it looks like, Morgan Rupenstein again on that tackle.
Yeah, when your running game's so good with Angione and Daniel, you can just run it with the QB and you can get a lot of yards here as Boyle runs for a first down.
Yeah, way to make the right read. It is not 3rd and 68, but it is in fact a first down here for the Brien McMahon Senators. He's going to give that one to Jaheim Daniel. He's going to get a couple yards for being taken down.
Yeah, Boyle yet to pass in this one, so it looks like they're just going to keep running the ball, because if it ain't broke, why fix it? Just keep running that ball down, and eventually they might as well get to the end zone at this pace.
Yeah, Jack Silsby is going to come on. That captain, his brother was actually a linebacker back for this Darien team in 2020 in that COVID-ridden year. There's going to be a pass. He's going to connect to Bynum, as Bynum's going to spin his way out, but eventually be taken down. Great play there from Briggs McGuckin in on that tackle.
Yeah, McGuckin is actually showing some defensive prowess here with the interception and then a tackle to stop Bynum. He looks to be the guy who's covering Bynum this game, as he seems to be Darien's best cornerback right now as captain. And Bynum, as you know, is McMahon's best wide receiver target and possibly the best player right now.
Yeah, if there's one player that could keep up with Mel Bynum, it's most likely going to be your captain, Briggs McGuckin. Right. So a 3rd and 6 here. Eamon Boyle is going to take that one. He drops back. He's going to look down the field, and it's going to be caught. Mel Bynum takes it out of the hands of Walker Brown. Oh, my goodness. Another showing right over Walker Brown's head, and Bynum's able to just rip it out. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, it's a contested catch, and then Bynum seems to just strip it out of Walker Brown's hands, turning an interception into a first down.
We just talked about how he was the best receiving target on this team, and he's showing why. He's got great hands, great speed, great IQ. There's a give to Daniel, and he's going to be tripped up. Gain of about 4 yards. 2nd down now coming up.
Yeah, that's how versatile this offense is. You can throw it to Mel Bynum once, and then you can run it with Daniel and Angione the second time. I mean, there's really no way to stop this offense if you have all 3 players running as much as they can.
Both teams, like we said, 1-0. Don't want to go home with that first loss of the year.
Yeah.
King Dorleans on the near sideline here for Brien McMahon. It's going to be another give to Daniel. Daniel's going to juke a man. He's going to make another man. Break a tackle, make a man miss. Another broken tackle. Daniel just keeps going. Oh my goodness, what a run. A Barry Sanders-esque play from Jaheim Daniel. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, Jaheim Daniels runs down the sideline. His biggest threat just seems to be his blocker here as he shoves him out of bounds and then forces the defenders to run up. But a great run by Daniels here.
Yeah, Karczewski and Girolamo in on that tackle. Took about 3 men to finally bring their captain running back down. And oh my goodness, what a run. That gets that McMahon sideline fired up. There's a timeout, looks like it's going to be taken here for the Darien Blue Wave with just over 5 minutes in this left in this first half. So after that huge run by Jaheim Daniel and a long drive, longer of the game, I would say, for Brien McMahon here, a Darien defense who's got stop and stop again is looking like they're slowing down here, Neve.
Yeah, it looks like if I'm this Darien defense, in the first quarter you seemed inevitable that McMahon would end up as a 3 and out, but now McMahon's been driving down the field. They got a touchdown here as
we got some junior varsity water boys coming out and giving some water to that varsity defense.
Yeah, if I'm Coach Grant here, I'm going to try to stop Jaheim Daniels and Jonathan Angione and force Boyle to throw to Bynum. As you saw in the first quarter, Boyle overthrew Bynum 3-4 times. Let's see if you force him to be uncomfortable, let's see if he can throw to Bynum correctly, and then you can have McGuckin always cover Bynum here.
Especially with that dual threat, like you said, of Angione and Daniel at the running back. Force him to punt. You already have an interception on this one as Angione is going to get the give. He's going to be taken down from behind. But some more yardage gained. That looks like Will Barber in on that tackle. Was able to pull him down by the jersey. Just rip him down to the turf.
Yeah, they're going in and they're stopping the run, because if you stop the run, you're forced to pass. And if you're forced to pass, it causes these interceptions that the Darien offense is looking forward to having.
So now under 5 minutes there. Fake to Angione. Eamon Boyle's going to roll out to his right. He's going to look, and it's going to be a low pass, but it's going to be caught. Great catch there from King Dorleans, the junior, as he's able to get down low and pick up that off the turf, and great catch.
Yeah, it's King's first catch this game, but it's a pretty meaningful one, getting a first down here and opening up the pass game past Mel Bynum here as he dives in and makes that low catch, saving what would have been a 3rd down.
So Angione is out. Jaheim Daniel is back in for this McMahon team. Boyle's going to take it. He's going to give that one to Jaheim Daniel. Going nowhere is Daniel. He's going to be wrapped up after a gain of about a couple.
Yeah, Coach Jeff Quiroga is still continuing to run this ball because it's working. This Darien offense, or this Darien defense, sorry, is not stopping it at all. And once the Darien defense can prove that it can stop the McMahon defense, I think there'll be a change and there'll be more passing. But right now, expect more runs from this McMahon offense.
100%. And this, like you said, McMahon is pounding the ground right now, just handing the rock off. Not trying to get too flashy with it at all. I'm sure they learned from Darien's first play is there's going to be high snap. Going to give that one. Down low, looked like Angione was there. And Ryan Gately was able to bring him down.
Yeah, that's another sophomore in this Darien Blue Wave lineup. There's been a couple of them that have made some meaningful plays. Of course, Rolap, who's starting at quarterback, and then Gately, who's been playing a lot of defense here.
Yeah, and Rolap led that team, led that drive all the way down to that end zone. But unfortunately, on the handoff to Charlie Tom, a tight end, was looking for a bigger body, try to force their way and break that play, and he just slipped right out of his hands. Real unfortunate there, but.
Yeah, big man looking to capitalize off that fumble that would have most likely ended up in at least 3 points.
Third and 8 pressure coming. Boyle's going to roll out. He's going to just run for it. Oh, he's going to be hitting the ball, comes out, but it's going to go out of bounds. Briggs McGuckin there. Forces a fumble. but it just is going to go right out of bounds. Just lowers the shoulder and is able to hit it with his pad as it squirts out of bounds.
Unfortunately, Boyle was too close to the sideline for that to even matter.
Yeah, Ben Curtis was right there behind in case it popped out any other direction. But, well, it looks like we got some laundry on the field here as a flag's going to be thrown.
Yeah, it looks like this play's going back as McMahon is lining up on their own 39, or the Darien's 39.
Yeah, so they're gonna bring this one back here. It's gonna be 3rd and about 17, 18 here for the Senators.
Yeah, that's disappointing as a sloppy penalty changed the gain into really a loss. And unless they get some positive yards here, they look to be almost out of field goal range.
Yeah, Jorge Lozano's got a great arm, or got a great leg, but I don't know about that far, as there's going to be a give to Angione, and he's going to keep the legs churning. He's going to keep getting some more yards,
Yeah,
but he's going to get knocked out of bounds.
Yeah, he's knocked out at the 29-yard line. As let's see what they do here on this. It seems to be a 4th and 8, 4th and 9.
Yeah, he was wrapped up from behind, but it took multiple guys. Ryan Girolamo eventually comes in at the end and is able to shove him out of bounds.
They're looking to go for it here on this 4th and 10. So this is a very gutsy play with just 90 seconds left, unless they're just looking to drain some clock and take that delay of game.
Yeah, fourth and 10. Remember, McMahon did get the ball to start this one, so they were not looking to score and give the ball right back. Maybe kill some clock and then score and not give Darien a lot of chances before the Blue Wave receive this kickoff. As the clock winds down, and it's going to be timeout called by McMahon. I believe, yeah.
McMahon looking to chew as much clock as possible as Coach Jeff Quiroga talks it over with his line. They might be bringing out the field goal unit here, or they do the gutsy call, which is going for 4 on 4th and 10, although they are in Darien's 30, and it's very unlikely that Darien goes and scores a touchdown in the next minute, but anything can happen, Owen.
It's true, Neve. Anything can happen. We saw a lot of crazy plays with the first play trickery from the Blue Wave and that super long return on the interception from Briggs McGuckin and the safety that got past Declan Cunningham. So far, this has been a very unorthodox game, and we've seen a lot of entertaining plays, a lot of excitement here as the Brien McMahon Senators are going to keep their offense on the field with 59 seconds to go in this second quarter. And we're going to see again if they're going to let the clock wind down or if they are going to try to go for it, maybe score one more time here, set up a field goal or try to get into that end zone. Play clock running now. Angione to Boyle's right in that backfield. Boyle's going to take it. He's going to roll back. He's going to fire, and it's going to be caught. King Dorleans. Second catch in this one. Looks like he's going to be marked a little bit.
Oh, they're moving the chains.
They're going to move the chains. They're going to say it's a first down.
The gutsy play plays off as I don't know if any football pundits would approve, but in the end it worked out.
A great play by King Dorleans. He caught it and was able to turn his body around fast and get that extra yard. The Darien defensive line scrambling here to get in a position. Dump off there to Angione. No one in front of him. Girolamo is going to be able to wrap him down. He's joined alongside Jack Silsby, the two captains.
Yeah, Briggs McGuckin looked to do the same play he did to force the fumble from Boyle, but unfortunately Angione was a little too big for him.
Excuse me, it looked like Tommy Karczewski, not Ryan Girolamo.
Oh.
And timeout here from the Darien Blue Wave. So 1st and goal now after the Angione screen. As McMahon, after burning all that clock, is going to look to try to put some more points on the board right before halftime. So both sides talking things over here during this timeout. Looks like McMahon actually used their third timeout of the half.
Yeah, if I'm Darien here, I'm sending out a full-out all my D linemen to run here and stop that rushing attack of Daniels and Angioni, and hoping that McGuckin can make a great play on either Dorleans or Bynum. Dorleans has showed out this drive, getting 2 big catches here.
Looks like Dorleans is actually going to be off the field for this one, but Angione in the backfield, and Lucas Silva is going to, the captain's going to be right there. As Boyle's going to, he's got a lot of time. He's going to jump and try to toss it, and it's going to be knocked down. Ryan Girolamo smacks that one out of the air. Great play from that captain.
Yeah, Mel Bynum again looking to get that ball, but Ryan Girolamo gets up and gets his hands on it. Looked to be an interception, but he couldn't come down with that one.
Yeah, just off the hands there. They were fighting for it. Girolamo was able to come in and cut off that route. Ryan Girolamo is a baseball player in the spring. It's his second year here on varsity, and he does play some running back behind Clifton Shelton, another captain. Girolamo and Shelton, 2 of the 5 captains on this Darien squad. Second and goal here for McMahon. Boyle's going to take it. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to look to throw and just going to get it away. Pressure coming heavily from Brant Kaiser.
It looked like Jaheim Daniels was actually open on the right side of the field, wondering why Boyle didn't just toss him earlier for looked to be a free touchdown.
Yeah, and you also, Daniel there on the flat, but when Brant Kaiser's coming out you, he's 6'1", is definitely scary there for Eamon Boyle.
It's a 3rd and 5 here. Let's see if they bring out the field goal unit to try to run one more play, because if they take up too much time, McMahon doesn't have any timeouts, so they can't run the ball. They have to pass it and
look for maybe a quick out route there as Pablo Gomez, Lucas Silva, and Mel Bynum are the receivers. He's going to look. He's going to go over the head. Oh, he's going to be caught in the back of the end zone. Are you kidding me? Mel Bynum. It was over the head of Lucas Silva. Looked like an overthrow. And Mel Bynum comes out of nowhere and dives down and makes the catch. Are you kidding me?
Player to watch, Mel Bynum. What a catch.
And you may think we were exaggerating about the skill of this young man, but he is absolutely incredible for this McMahon offense and defense. Like we said, wide receiver and safety. Lozano's going to come on and extra points blocked. So that one's going to be blocked.
It makes it a 1-touchdown game. Makes it a nice-looking score for a game that has been anything but nice, with a safety, touchdown.
Yeah, you know, the interceptions and the fumbles, but again, looks like that might not look like a lot, you know, preventing 1 point, but now this makes it a 7-point game. So Darien is going to get the ball to start the next half, and they are going to, if they score a touchdown, they're going to be able to just kick that extra point with Anson Sikora instead of having to go for 2, which is a much more risky and unlikely chance for you to score that.
Let's see what happens here. Will Darien just take a fair catch and go for a Hail Mary, or will they try to return this for a touchdown? We'll see. Maybe they just need it, too, to just end up the quarter.
It's not out of character for them to, you know, maybe do a little trickery, a couple laterals. We saw first play of the game, the Declan Cunningham toss to Ben Rolap in the backfield, quarterback to quarterback. We saw Charlie Tom line up in the backfield, you know, defensive lineman, tight end. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Darien does here. And then, of course, they could just catch it, run it out, and then go to the locker room for some halftime pep talk. So Jorge Lozano going to come out here. He's going to boot this one down. Girolamo waiting. He's going to kick it low. Going alongside, I believe that's John Rooney there back there. Girolamo's going to grab it. He's going to try to make something work. He's going to run up the middle. He's going to be taken down. That is going to lead us into halftime. With the score, Brien McMahon Senators 14, Darien Blue Wave 7. Again, you're watching us on the DAF Media Network, a joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. And Again, I'm Owen Heffron, joined alongside Neve Segal. We will be back with you shortly after halftime.
The Darien Foundation was founded in 1998 by Richard and Maureen Chilton, and the thesis behind that founding was to bring technology to the Darien public school systems. And that launched us, and that got us going, and through technology and capital project initiatives, we've now funded over $5.5 million over the last 24 years to build a better Darien.
Our board really likes to get involved and assist the partners that we collaborate with, whether it's a grant for a youth project or a grant from a community service, schools, the police. Often they come to us with ideas that we help them bring to fruition.
The Darien Foundation recently awarded the Darien Police Department 2 grants. One was for laser shot and the other for Faro technology. Laser shot technology is based on decision making. It may come down to using their firearm, but in reality, we would like them to talk the situation down where you use less lethal force, and this program allows us to do that.
Police, drop the gun!
Faro technology gives us a 360-degree view, catching all the points we need to catch in our accident scene. It also takes a lot less time. This allows us to open up roads, get traffic flowing a lot quicker than we ever used to be able to. We can also map the inside of buildings. We can use it at outdoor crime scenes, indoor crime scenes. It's really used for a plethora of investigations. It's a tool that most other departments may not have their hands on just yet, and thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have that technology.
At Home in Darien is a nonprofit organization that helps senior citizens to remain living independently in their home and in the community. We provide important services to help them do so, such as transportation. Thanks to the Darien Foundation, we have this amazing new van, and we are so excited about it and what it'll do for the community.
From all standpoints, this is going to be a real improvement in the services we provide, both in terms of safety and comfort. The Darien Foundation is important to the community in the scope that they reach out to answer needs.
Post 53 is the town's ambulance service. We respond to over 1,600 emergency calls a year. We're a vital service that has been here for 51 years. The technology upgrades provided by the Darien Foundation has been a game changer for us. It's allowed us to improve our training. It has helped us hone our skills. You don't know how important an ambulance is until you actually need it. Thanks to our partnership with the Darien Foundation, who's provided all this technology and several grants throughout the years, we're able to continue to be prepared, to be well-trained and well-staffed, to respond 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, whenever you need it.
The Darien Foundation is really excited to be able to launch a new program for the Darien schools, which will benefit students K through 12 in all 7 schools. This is the new robotics program, which will be an extracurricular opportunity for students to build robots, compete against other leagues, and collaborate together.
Our robotics program is going to benefit students in so many ways. In regular classes, students are always looking for the right answer, that there's only one way to answer something. Robotics is completely different. In robotics, you learn that there are multiple solutions to every problem. You learn that you have these obstacles that you have to overcome. You have to really be a creative problem solver. And most importantly, you need to persevere.
Early on in the process, the Darien Foundation reached out to administration and they offered to provide funding for a project, and it just dovetailed beautifully to the goals of the strategic plan. I look forward to continue to work closely with the Darien Foundation, both on this project and other projects down the line.
We welcome ideas for possible grants. We'd like to do grants that promote and strengthen our community. Sometimes it's from an organization, sometimes it's from our emergency service partners, or it's from the Darien Public Schools. One of our most popular grants, which was the Playground by the Sound, came to us from 4 Darien moms who said, let's get together and figure out how to build this.
Thanks to the generosity of our board members and officers, every dollar you give to the Darien Foundation goes directly to the grants that we're supporting. I invite all of you to help us move our community further and support the Darien Foundation.
Darien now entering the field. McMahon is already out there warming up for this second half as they do lead the Blue Wave 14-7 at the start of this second half. And Neve, McMahon up at half, and the lead is kind of unfamiliar to this McMahon Senators team against the Blue Wave. The last time that McMahon beat Darien was back in 2006, which is before quarterback Ben Rolap for this Darien team was even born.
If you're a Darien fan, though, no need to worry. McMahon had the same score, 14-7, up until half a second left in the first half in their last meeting when Brady McMahon came and received a touchdown from Simeon Dole to make it 14-14 at halftime.
Yeah, Brady McMahon not on this varsity squad this year. He was a huge asset at wide receiver last year, but his brother Sean is in fact a linebacker on the team. Brady McMahon committed to Notre Dame for lacrosse, and he is a mightily wanted recruit. So Darien is going to start with the ball here at the start of this third frame. It's going to be interesting to see if they're going to stick with roll-up or go back to Cunningham for these upcoming drives.
Yeah, with roll-up, they were able to run up the field and drive up, but unfortunately a Charlie Tom fumble in the red zone caused McMahon to get the ball, and McMahon did capitalize off that fumble to score a touchdown, which makes the score 14-7.
Yeah, so a little bit of a score recap here. McMahon led off scoring with a safety to start the game, and then Blue Wave bounced back with a touchdown from a captain running back Clifton Shelton to put the Wave up 7-2. But then quarter two was all McMahon's. Darien was blanked in 2 touchdowns from Lucas Silva, the captain wide receiver, and another one from Mel Bynum in the back corner of the end zone, as it looked like Eamon Boyle overthrew Silva, but again, Bynum came back there, swooped in like Superman, and was able to haul that one in. So McMahon now up 14-7. It's still a 1-score game, so do not count Darien out yet.
Yeah, interesting enough, McMahon has not scored an extra point yet, as in the first touchdown with Silva, they went for 2 and missed. And in the second touchdown with Mel Bynum, Lozano's field goal extra point attempt was blocked.
Yeah, a lot of gutsy calls here from McMahon. Both sides using a lot of run game. Clifton Shelton wasn't really seen near that end zone on that second drive, led by Ben Rolap for the Blue Wave. But, excuse me, it was a lot of Harry Rooney in the backfield there. Of course, his twin brother John also on the team as a wide receiver. So it's going to be interesting to see if Clifton Shelton gets some more touches as, this year, like we said, steps up into that starting role. Jake Wilson, the former captain, graduated. Of course, Clifton Shelton, though, despite being a backup last year, 70 yards per game. So everyone here knows he's efficient as we see him getting out there on that return team. Girolamo, and it looks like John Rooney, I believe, back there for this kickoff to start the second half.
Yeah, the kicker for this McMahon team, Jorge Lozano, has been known to line drive his kicks almost like a baseball player like Giancarlo Stanton, but they have ended up in Darien drives that, honestly, the offense has been sputtering out like an old car engine. So if this Darien offense can eventually run down the field and capitalize and score, I think this game will go in a very Darien-friendly direction, as Lozano's kicks usually give them great field position to start off.
Yeah, student section getting hyped up here with the Blue Wave football chants, as Lozano is going to kick this one back. Hopefully the Blue Wave can find pay dirt here, get into the end zone. Like you said, low line drive kick. It's going to bounce a couple times. Girolamo is going to grab that one. He's going to run up right through the middle. He's going to spin, and he's going to stay on his feet. He's able to get up. Forward progress marked at about the 35-yard line. So great return. Good field position here for the Blue Wave.
Yeah, great blocking by the special teams unit, as Girolamo was able to return for about 25 yards just to get to the 35, which is a good quarter of the field that you've already cleared off on the return.
So the offense is going to jog out here. Looks like Ben Rolap is going to stay on after leading them all the way down. Of course, Darien Now going from right to left. Again, on the right side of your screen. McMahon joined in the backfield by Clifton Shelton. He's gonna keep it. He's just gonna flick it to Kevin Roche on the near sideline. Lowers the shoulder, gets out of bounds. Hit out by Jonathan Angione. So,
Yeah.
couple yards here to start this drive.
Yeah, on this first drive, roll-up targeted exclusively Bonner and Roche with just one Connor Layden target. And he looks to do the same this time, as Roche is a big guy, so he's very easy to target here.
Roll-up is gonna move around in that pocket. He's gonna look down the field, and it's gonna be tipped off the hands of Will Bonner. Eventually fall to the ground. A lot of contact there, but no call, letting them play.
Yeah,
I like that.
The captain, Jaheim Daniel, there with the forced drop.
Yeah, it was in coverage there on Will Bonner. 2nd and 10 now for Darien. Blue Wave right now around midfield. Windy day here at the DHS Stadium field, and our notes are flying everywhere over here. Roll-up is gonna bump into Shelton as he gives it to him, and Daniel's gonna be in on that tackle. A little bit of a miscommunication. Roll-up wasn't quite looking right under center. So it's gonna be, appears to be a 3rd and 10 now for the Darien Blue Wave. Roll-up again, joined by Clifton Shelton. He's gonna look at him, he's gonna, man in his face, he's just gonna drop that one just low. Luke Cesari. So Darien special teams unit is gonna come on and right in his face. That was Lucas Silva jumping right there and putting some pressure.
Yeah, that's a disappointing first drive, especially with the first play given to Roach, who got some good yardage there, but then an unfortunate run into Clifton Shelton. And the McMahon defensive line really needs to be complimented here, as they've been running over this offensive line and creating pressure on Clifton Shelton and Ben Roll-up here to force them to punt again.
Yeah, and Cunningham too, they've been bursting through, you know, with Michael McCarthy and Silva, as we just saw. They've been really in that backfield. There's a snap in the, gonna be booted away. High spinning kick is gonna bounce off the foot of Jonathan Angione. It's gonna be recovered. They're gonna say it's a muff punt. No, they're gonna say the official call looks like it's gonna be McMahon's ball. Looked like it hit off the foot of Jonathan Angione. When
Yeah.
we see our replay, it looked like it might have hit him.
Yeah, the line judge, Mary Real, signals that it's a McMahon ball starting at the 35.
That was certainly close. That would have been a major turnaround for the Blue Wave. What killed the spirits of McMahon is Eamon Boyle is gonna take the snap here. He's gonna give that one to Jaheim Daniel. He's gonna be wrapped up immediately in the backfield. Great play from Ryan Gately.
Yeah, again, to start off the second half, McMahon's really not changed. You're just going to run it with Angione and Daniel. And then if you need to pass it, you know who you got to pass it to. It's Mel Bynum with this amazing second half touchdown grab, or second quarter touchdown grab. And some other catches. He's really been the guy who's kept this offense together.
Yeah, and that you saw on that replay, Ryan Gately just bursted right through the middle. As Eamon Boyle's just going to take it himself here. He's going to try to make something, and he's going to be wrapped down by number 2, Sean McGarren, after a decent chunk of yardage. But as he burst through, Carter Hagan couldn't quite get a hand on him. He was able to go past the captain, Jack Silsby, and Sean McGarren, those black arm sleeves, is going to be able to wrap him down. 3rd and 3 now for the Senators.
Oh, someone looks to be down there as the trainers are coming to approaching.
So we're going to have an injury down on the field. Looks like Tommy Karczewski is going to be able to walk off. Help from the training staff. Tommy Karczewski, a huge asset to this team. He plays great cornerback, great at defending passes, and a varsity baseball player last year as a sophomore. Gets big cheers here from everyone in attendance at Darien High School. as he makes his way to the sideline. So 3rd and 3 here for Brien McMahon. King D'Orleans in motion.
Yeah, this is a big stop here for Darien. If they can do it and get that ball back, it'll be great. But if they don't, it looks like that McMahon's just going to run right through them for another score.
Going to fake the give to Daniel. Flag on the play. Eamon Doyle's going to roll out. He's just going to dump it down low to Mel Bynum. Hagen gives him a shove forward. He's going to be taken down at about the 50. But there is a flag on the play. Ref's going to talk it over.
Yeah, Mary Real, the line judge, threw the flag.
Going to call a false start here for McMahon, so this one's coming back.
Yeah, McMahon, this game's been really sloppy on penalties, even in the drive that eventually failed with the Charlie Tom fumble. McMahon had 2 offsides penalties, which helped bolster this Darien offense in low or in high downs, like the 3rd and 2nd downs, to decrease the yardage and decrease the payload. Here is now working in the defense's favor, as Darien now has, or as McMahon now has a 3rd and 4th and 8th, and has to reconsider their decisions.
Yeah, so 3rd and 8 here for Brien McMahon. Walker Brown's going to be on the blitz there. Doyle's going to look. It's going to be caught. Oh, no, it's broken up. Ryan Girolamo with a great play. Who's joined by Will Duffy, the linebacker, too, as the two converged and breaks up the pass. I believe King D'Orleans was the intended receiver.
Yeah, King D'Orleans uses wide receiver 2 on this offense. He's made some great catches even on that touchdown drive in the end of the 2nd quarter. He made those 2 catches which moved the change. He was going to do that here again, but Girolamo came in and blocked that.
Yeah, and that's what a captain's for. Look, you see immediately after making that play, look to the sideline, got everyone up over there, hyped up. And so now, punt there with Girolamo and Harry Rooney. Darien is now looking to make a splash. Short punt, going to be over to Rooney. He's going to grab it, go along the far sideline. He's going to jump over one man, and then it's wrapped up, taken down. Special teams unit's going to jog off. The offense you see huddled up.
Yeah, let's see if Declan Cunningham gets his first start. He hasn't started since the 2nd quarter or the 1st quarter. So it'll be interesting to see if they've decided that roll-up will start from now on, or if they're going to switch back to Cunningham, because they said that initially they were going to switch every 2 drives, but I think it's been the 3rd drive with roll-up.
Yeah, and again, they started out with I believe 4 with Cunningham, so maybe, and it looks like Declan Cunningham is going to come out onto the field, and he's going to attempt to put some points on the board for this Blue Wave offense. Luke Cesari is closest to us. Luke Cesari lines up in the slot. Closest to us is Will Bonner. Cunningham fakes it, looks, and it's batted down. Lucas Silva. Great way to get those hands on it. Maybe wished the wide receiver was playing some line and got in there. Would have liked to grab that one. As you see the coach's frustration, rips off the headset. But it's still a great play nonetheless, as Ryan Girolamo is going to enter in here in the backfield. Like we said, he is primarily he's a defensive back, but he does get some reps in there behind Clifton Shelton, the captain. Bonner, Cesari, and Roche. 2 Declan Cunningham's left side here. Bobbles the snap, is just going to look for a screen to Girolamo. Girolamo makes a man miss. Keeps going forward and eventually gets down right before the 49-yard line.
Yeah, great play by Girolamo there as he gains 9 yards. It seems to be now a 3rd and 1 here, much more feasible than what it looked to be a 3rd and 7 when he first got contact with one of the McMahon defenders. Oh, it looks like they're moving the chains. It's a 1st and 10 as they pass the 40.
Yeah, they're going to say it's a first down. Looked to be a tad bit short, but they're going to give it to him. Ryan Girolamo, of course, super shifty, can play multiple positions, and they're going to fake the give to him now as Cunningham is going to run up forward. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to be hit. He's going to lower the shoulder and keep churning, though. Jonathan Angione was there, accompanied by Michael McCarthy.
Yeah, when you talk about important stats, one is yards after contact. He gets brought down, what seemed to be a 1-yard gain, turns into 5 and 6 because he's able to push through, run right through that defender, and break a tackle, too.
Girolamo's going to get the give here. He's going to churn right up to that marker and Looks like they're going to move the chains. First down, Darien. Great drive so far. Mostly working on the ground, but why not? Like you said earlier, Nate, if it ain't broke, do not fix it. Cunningham's going to grab that one. He's going to keep it himself on the read option. Leg grabbed and twisted. He's going to be wrestled down by number 9. Looks like Adrian Vega in on that tackle.
Yeah, looks like Coach Grant has been very hesitant to throw the ball, especially as the first play of the game was an interception, and they just had an interception on the first play, or a dropped interception on the first play of this drive.
Oh, so they're going to hand that one, and he's going to get wrapped up way in the backfield. They tried to give it to John Rooney, and it went backwards. Great tackle there from Pablo Gomez. Also in there was Jaheim Daniel, the captain. So after getting some great yardage, they go backwards for a 3rd down and 11 here.
Yeah, if I'm Darien, I'm going to throw it to big tight end Kevin Roach if he can get downfield enough for the first down.
Way on the outside as Cunningham is going to look. He's going to loft one to Kevin Roach. Kevin Roach, he grabs it. They're going to say he kept his feet in bounds. Refs discussing it. They're going to say he caught it. What a catch. Neve with the call. He knew it. He thought right. Declan Cunningham lofted one. Kevin Roach, huge height difference between him and Lucas Silva. Lucas Silva 5'10", Kevin Roach is 6'8". Screen here, Will Bonner, nothing there.
Oh, the late flag there.
Yeah, gonna be a flag on the play. We're gonna see what's up here. Refs discuss it.
Yeah, back judge John Thorne threw the flag and told.
Looks like pass interference on the blue wave.
Blocking the back seems to be.
Oh, blocking the back, excuse me. On the screen pass to Will Bonner, so on a play where they got nothing, they're gonna go backwards.
Yeah,
takes them right out of that red zone.
Yeah, penalties have been costly for both sides this game now, taking them out of the end zone.
So Cunningham now, first down, a lot to go. He's gonna look for Bonner. Bonner's gonna get a block. Bonner's gonna get a couple blocks. Bonner's gonna make his way down the sideline, be wrapped up around the 5-yard line. Some great blocks there from the Blue Wave offense, guiding their way for their receiver. Led by number 70, Jackson Davenport.
Yeah, they got a penalty on a block last time, but there's no other way to do it than prove that you can actually block this time, as they can get 15 yards on that catch.
And who else comes onto the field than Clifton Shelton? Has the lone touchdown for Darien so far this game. Cunningham is going to give it to Shelton. Shelton's going to try to make something work up the middle. He's going to be taken down. Hayden Strebel was trying to get a block for his running back. That McMahon Senators D-line was pushing and pushing, was able to bring him down. So 2nd and goal now.
Yeah, at the goal line last time, they just ran the ball with Clifton Shelton, and eventually they scored. So let's see if they try to do that again.
Kevin Roach, the man with the huge catch to put them in this red zone earlier on the near sideline. Snap to Cunningham. He's going to drop back. He's going to run to his right. He's going to look to make something in the middle. He's going to spin. He was in, he spun, and he makes his way into the end zone. So a Darien touchdown. Declan Cunningham scrambles to his right. He gets hit by 2 men and spins around. Great athleticism there from Declan Cunningham.
Yeah, this drive has really been anchored by Cunningham's runs. He ran like 3-4 times this drive, all of them for positive gain. Usually now driving this McMahon offense, keeping them on their toes because they can run it with Shelton, they can pass it to Roach, and especially this quarterback Cunningham can run.
Yeah, Cunningham does have wheels. And Sikora here. High snap on the extra point. It's up. It is through. Tie game here. 4:28 to play in the 3rd quarter in this one. Reminder, you see Darien there. You are watching us on the DAF Media Network, joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. So both sides going to the respective sidelines in there are going to talk it over here. So now we do indeed have ourselves a game. So Declan Cunningham, both touchdowns on the ground for Darien this game.
The main wide receivers from McMahon, Bynum and Dorleen, set up to receive this kickoff from Anson Sikora.
Both back there, Anson Sikora looking to boot this one. Haven't seen many super long kicks on each respective side between Lozano and Sikora, but the extra point from Sikora has been on point. Right down the middle both times. High kick. Great kick. It's going to be fielded by Mel Bynum, as Bynum is going to cut and weave through. A lot of men there. His first looks to be wrapped up by Bennett Kramer there. A senior. High fives exchange here, Darien defense is going to come on, hope for a stop and get that ball right back while the energy is still high. And unlike Darien, Brien McMahon is sticking with their lone quarterback in Eamon Boyle. And Jonathan Angione joins him in the backfield. So it looks like no Jaheim Daniel for at least this first play.
Yeah, and if I'm Boyle, I just run it up the middle with Angione.
Well, he's not going to do that. He's going to pass. He's going to look deep. He's going to look deep for King Dorleans. It is just out. Just past the outstretched arms of King Dorleans.
Yeah, Dorleans was open too. He had like 4 or 5 yards of separation. Would have been a good catch, but as it's been a motif this game that Boyle has been overthrowing balls for both of his big wide receivers, Bynum and Dorleans.
Yeah, missed opportunity. Tommy Karczewski was in coverage. He went down earlier with an injury, and he's going to get off the field now. King Dorleans, absolutely electric. He just right on the go route, just streaked right by, and super missed opportunity there. Give to Angione. He's going to go to the left. He's going to cut back up inside near the left hash mark, and he's going to be brought down. But he's going to pick up, it looks like, that first down. Oh, and Angione is down. Slow to get up is Jonathan Angione.
That's a big loss for this McMahon roster, as now they lose their versatility of both their running backs. Now they're stuck to the one, Jaheim Daniels. But Daniels been a great running back so far. Anyway, he's had his own, he's shown in his own right getting those catches and rushing down the middle of this Darien defensive line.
Yeah, so Jonathan Angione is going to make his way to the sideline. He walked off the field under his own power, but Eamon Boyle is going to just throw that one low just at the feet of Jeremiah Jordan, who could not haul that one in. Right in the face was Brant Kaiser, just couldn't quite get a hand on him. Looked like Morgan Rupenstein was over there in coverage on Jeremiah Jordan. So a 2nd and 10 now. Student section getting into it here at the high school. Boyle, who's wrapped around, 3 players on him. They're going to say it was an incomplete pass. Jack Silsby was looking to take that one to the house.
Yeah. As the student section really motivated the... Oh, someone
it looks like Brant Kaiser is down here. He was a part of that tackle.
Yeah, it looks like one of his teammates fell on him while trying to tackle, sack the quarterback.
These are all big guys here on this Darien Blue Wave team, and when one falls on top of you, cannot feel good at all. So Kaiser's going to get up. Looks like he might need a breather. Walking off the field, though, which is always a great sign, especially when you go down. Third and 10 here for McMahon in their own half.
deep in their own half.
Yeah, they're right around their own 36-yard line. Looks like still 10 to go on this third down. King Dorleans closest to us on the sideline in the slot is the man, the player to watch, Jamel Bynum. Boyle's gonna throw. He's being pressured. He's gonna float one. It's gonna be caught. Wrapped up immediately. Great play there.
By Briggs McGuckin.
Yeah, Briggs McGuckin. Wrapped around his legs right as he was coming down.
Yeah, Mel Bynum runs that comeback route and makes everyone miss because the quarterback Boyle was under pressure. It looked like he was going to get sacked, but he manages to get it out and throw to Mel Bynum. But unfortunately, it's still a 4th down for McMahon.
Yeah, 4th and 5. Looks like Jorge Lozano is going to come on. Punt this one away to Harry Rooney and Ryan Guillermo. Raymond Castillo is going to jog out on the field late here for McMahon. Good snap, is going to boot it away. It's going to go to the left side. It's going to bounce a couple times as McMahon is just going to pick that one up.
Yeah, stands right about the 27-yard line.
Jaden Triana is going to grab that one. Play's blown dead, and here comes the Blue Wave offense.
With 2 minutes to go in this third quarter, I'm trying to run the ball as much as I can. You have the ball. It's a tie game. If you can run the ball and get down that field as much as you can, I would do that.
They ran down the field as much as they could last time and ended with that Declan Cunningham scrambling touchdown. So, like Neve was saying, it's been working for the Darien Blue Wave here. So they're going to stick with Cunningham. Not surprising after he led them down to a touchdown. First play action. They're going to fire. It's going to be caught. Kevin Roche brings that one in. A great first play.
Yeah, in this third quarter, Cunningham's found his favorite target, Kevin Roche. It looks to be both of these quarterbacks' favorite targets, as he's gotten a couple catches this game.
Eventually was wrapped around,
yeah.
Brought down midfield and empty backfield. Cunningham going to drop back. He's going to look to the far sideline. It's going to be caught. Clifton Shelton lined up wide. Fell down to his knees as he caught that one. 2nd down now for the Blue Wave as the clock continues to run. About 1:45 left in this third quarter.
Yeah, in that 5-wide formation, I honestly thought Cunningham was going to run down the middle in a typical QB draw formation, but he did not.
The give, Clifton Shelton was able to get a few before eventually being brought down. It's going to be 3rd down now. Clifton Shelton already a touchdown in this one. Scored the first touchdown in the game. First touchdown of the Darien season. You know, they're 1-0, but that win came from a forfeit W against a game where they were supposed to play in North Haven. So the official scoring of that game is 1-0.
Who scored the point in that game?
It was Darien, in fact. So Declan Cunningham here is going to take the snap. About his own 45. He's going to roll to his left. He's just going to flip one. It's going to be caught. Knocked out of bounds is Will Bonner. Short of that first down. Interesting to see what Andy Grant and the Blue Wave are going to do here. So 4th and 2. Looks like Cunningham is going to stay on.
If you stay on, I'm going to do something that you haven't done this drive, and it's just going to be the quarterback run. You have 2 yards. You can just fully extend and run through.
He's not going to quarterback run. It's going to be thrown, and it's going to be tipped, and it's going to hit the ground. Jaheim Daniel got up, shows off his vertical. A missed opportunity there. The intended target was John Rooney, who we know has speed. So turns over now as McMahon is going to have the football.
Yeah, it's a disappointing drive for Darien. Starting on a roll as they had a touchdown on that last drive, but they couldn't really capitalize on anything here.
Eamon Boyle now, he's going to throw. Just going to be over the head. Jeremiah Jordan was in the area, but looked like pressure was coming. Just wanted to get rid of it, not trying to take a sack.
Angioni, who was long to get up on the last drive, is still not back, so it might be worse of an injury than we initially thought.
Again, like you said earlier, that is a huge loss, especially with that dual threat. Jonathan Angioni, he does play some defense too. Jonathan Angioni and Jaheim Daniel, two stellar running backs for this Senators offense. So it's not a surprise that it might be a little more pass heavy now, especially trying to be more aggressive as it is a tie game. So they're going to give this one Daniel. He's going to cut right. He's going to boost up. He's going to try to reach for that 45-yard line. As the third quarter is winding down. That's it. That's all we got for the third quarter. Tie game, 14-14. McMahon at Darien Blue Wave, the DHS Stadium field. We'll be right back after this. So field position flips here. It's the start of the fourth, and Eamon Boyle is going to look to go deep early. Almost called in by Mel Bynum. He was falling and was able to get a hand on it.
Oh, he looks injured right now. He's grabbing his left leg.
Well, he's reaching for the left toe. McMahon is able to lose to Bynum here. If McMahon is going to lose Bynum here along with Jonathan Angione.
Yeah, those are two of their biggest weapons that they're losing. By this point, the next man who's going to fall down is probably going to be their quarterback. They're losing 90% of their offense right now.
Yeah, this would be a huge loss to start a crucial fourth quarter in a 14-14 game. Training staff is making their way over to Mel Bynum now as both respective sides meet.
Yeah, what this means for the team is that now Jaheim Daniels is their #1 running back, and their #1 wide receiver is King Dorleen. So it makes it much easier for this Darien defense to target players, because there's not been a single other receiver on this team that's gotten any form of targets.
Yeah, we saw King Dorleans get a few. Lucas Silva, of course, with that one touchdown. But other than that, it's been Mel Bynum all game.
Yeah, Mel Bynum still hasn't got up.
Yeah, still sitting down on that turf. Training staff probably telling him not to, checking out that lower left leg area. So Mel Bynum's going to get up here. It looks like he's walking under his own power. Just like Angione is always great to see here. Star player like Jamel Bynum. So 4th and 6. Bringing out the punt unit is the Senators.
Solely Gerlamo now coming to receive, which is different from their usual format where they have Rooney also joining him.
Yeah, we've seen Harry Rooney back there. We've seen his twin brother John back there as well. So Ryan Gerlamo is the only one back here. Hopefully return it and make sure Darien sets up in a good spot. He's going to have to come in on this one. He's just going to let it bounce, and it's going to roll. This is a great punt here. It's going to be stopped before it's going to be stopped by Jaden Triana before it stopped rolling. So Darien sets up deep in their own territory, but not as deep as it could have been. Had trying to let it roll a couple more yards.
Yeah, the last time we saw this, the punt roll and Darien start deep in their 10, it was a safety last time, so Darien hoping not to do the same.
Deep in their own end zone. It looks like it's going to be Ben Rolap again.
Yeah, you were talking about 2 drives each. It's been 2 drives with Cunningham. Now they're going to start with their rollout for 2 drives, hoping to get some points in this 4th quarter and win the ball game.
Yeah, and it's the first game. It's the first full game of the season for the Blue Wave, so they're going to see who their go-to guy is probably going to be for this remainder of the year. And who knows, maybe they'll even stick with this for the remainder of the year if this goes well here. 11:37 left to play in the 4th quarter. This one tie game 14-14. Brien McMahon at Darien High School. Snap to Rolap. He's going to look right. He's going to be caught. Hauled in by number 15, Connor Lane.
It looked like a couple of the McMahon defenders jumped early, but there was no flag on the play.
Yeah, it looks like they might have jumped, but they stayed on sides. Lucas Silva jumped and tried to get a finger on that one. Rolap, though, is a big guy. He's 6'1", so he was able to lift that one just over right into Connor Lane. Connor Lane's 2nd year on varsity. Plays lacrosse in the spring. Rolap going to fake the give. He's going to find Connor. Oh, it's going to slip through the hands. Connor Lane wanted him again.
Yeah, if you were watching Thursday Night Football last week, it looked like one of the plays that Kadarius Toney dropped that led to the pick 6.
Some shade thrown at Kadarius Toney there. It's going to be spotted now. 3rd down for the Blue Waves, still deep in their territory. Rolap's going to take it. He's looking right. He's going to find Connor Lane again. So Connor Lane on this drive, the go-to guy for Ben Rolap.
Yeah, Connor Lane was a guy who didn't really get much targets in these first 3 quarters, but now that it's crunch time, it looks like he's the one that's up. Roach and Bonner have been quiet recently.
So there's a 1st down, and who else but Connor Lane? He's going to get the ball again. He's going to break a tackle, roll forward to just past that 25-yard line. So this Rolap to Lane connection is strong.
Yeah, it's led to 2 first downs. What do you think they're going to do this play now?
I mean, how can you not give it back to Connor Lane? He's lined up on the on the near sideline again. Rolap looking right at him for the snap. He's going to fake it. He's going to run. He's just going to dump that one off. Clifton Shelton. Clifton Shelton's got some daylight ahead of him. Clifton Shelton's going to break a couple tackles and eventually be wrapped up by Joshua Legary.
Yeah, it looked like Rolap was actually tricking them because the whole time he had his eyes on Connor Lane, everyone was running there, and Clifton Shelton was wide open and can run for 10, 15 yards.
That is a beautiful play there from Andy Grant in this Blue Wave offense in smart, high IQ football. As there's going to be a give to Clifton Shelton. Clifton Shelton is going to make his way up for about 4 yards. So 3-4 yard gain. Now as we break underneath the 10-minute mark. 9:50 left to play in this thrilling game so far.
It'll be important to get points here because if they don't get any, McMahon gets the ball with limited time left, and it could anyway end up being the first win for McMahon since 2006.
Before you and me were both born, Neve. As Rolap's going to get this one, he's going to find Connor Lane. Looks like, I believe, the 5th catch of this drive for Connor Lane.
Yes, 5th catch and 6 targets in this drive alone.
Yeah, as this drive is going around, working on 2 minutes now, I believe, as he was wrapped up there by Mike McCarthy.
Yeah,
Michael McCarthy.
If I was playing fantasy football for this, I'd really want Connor Lane on my team. As
Rolap's going to try to find Connor Lane again, just at the outstretched arms. In coverage there, number 21, Aiden Soyland with Mel Bynum is back on the field. He was playing the deep safety, so great to see him back out there after being on the ground for a little bit in the previous drive on offense. So 2nd down and 10 now as the Blue Wave have broken past midfield. Connor Lane targeted, I believe, 7 times in this drive. As there's a gift to Clifton Shelton up the middle. Clifton Shelton's going to break through. Wrapped up behind by Lucas Silva. But there's a great run and a great 1st down pickup from the captain, number 33, Clifton Shelton.
Yeah, the pass game's been extremely strong with Cunningham, that the run game's just been opened up. Clifton Shelton, who opened the scoring with a touchdown, can now run through this McMahon defense like it's nobody's business.
So McMahon is going to take a timeout here, talk to their guys. Might be a little gas there. They've been working fast. Rolap, when he's been out there, the offense has been at a higher speed, higher efficiency, less time in between plays for that defense to catch their breath. And Neve, what do you think here if you're Andy Grant? Are you saying, hey, Ben, you got to find someone else? Or are you saying stick with what's working, look at Connor Lane, give the dump off to Clifton Shelton? What are you saying to your guys?
I've been saying it the whole game. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I do think that passing it off to Will Bonner and Kevin Roche, while looking, I feel like the thing that Rollup has to use now is looking at Connor Lane. The whole defense is going to be swarming towards him. So they'll open targets such as Will Bonner and Kevin Roche, who earlier in the game was getting all the big plays, and also opens the run game for Clifton Shelton to score points for this Darien offense.
Yeah, we saw what you were talking about earlier on. It would have been the second straight screen. Rollup was looking at Connor Lane that whole time, was just able to dump it off to his left. Clifton Shelton was able to go up for about over like 25 yards. So Connor Lane again on the near sideline for Rollup. Got Luke Caesar and Kevin Roche there as they're going to jump off sides. Or is it being a false start? They're going to say it's going to be an offsides.
It's the second time this drive. First time they didn't catch it, but this time they did as they jump forward. And it's the second time, I think, within the 30-yard line, too, giving them 3 yards in a place where they really need to be as stingy as possible.
Yeah, Asher McCallman jumped off sides. Big number 51 there. And Joshua Legary followed in his footsteps. So first and 5 now. Fake it to Shelton. Rollap's going to float one. He's looking deep. It's going to be out of bounds. Incomplete. Mel Bynum was able to grab that one, but feet toe tap just out of bounds. Pressure applied by Lucas Silva.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time Mel Bynum had an end zone reception, but this time it would have been an interception. But he wasn't able to keep both feet in bounds.
So Darien here. Big play. It's 2nd and 5 now after the offside, so Clifton Shelton lines up behind Rollup. Of course, Connor Lane on the near sideline. He's going to give to Shelton up the middle. He's going to go nowhere. Asher McCallman, the man who jumped offside, is able to get to Shelton in that backfield. He was joined alongside Jaheim Daniel there.
Yeah, it's a big play, 3rd and 4. Let's see what they can do. They've been running through this offense all this game. That timeout really changed everything up.
Darien offense looking to their sideline. Kevin Roche lined up in the slot. They're going to fake the give to Shelton. They're going to find Roche. Roche is going to haul that one in.
It seems to be short of a first down as they mark it as a 4th and inches here.
Yeah, appears to be 4th and just a couple feet. That was a great job to reel it in. Under cover by Lucas Silva there, Kevin Roche.
Yeah, what I would do here is just run it down the middle with Shelton. I think he's good enough to get just 2 feet. He's been getting 15 yards. I think 2 feet is just enough for him. And even if you're going to mock Jalen Hurts of the Eagles, you could just quarterback sneak it for the 4th and inches.
So lined up, not under center. Haven't seen any under center. They're going to give it to Shelton, like you said. He's going to get that first down. Neve knows. So a first down here for the Darien Blue Wave. You see the give again.
Yeah, they get a red zone first down here, which is very important, starting within the 15-yard line. Let's see if they can get a touchdown here with 7 minutes and counting.
Rollup is going to look to his left. He's going to find Roche. Roche is going to be brought down. That's Braden Darling on that tackle.
Yeah, they were lucky to even catch. He was lucky to even catch that. It looked like it was deflected by at least 3 players.
So they're going to say he went backwards on that one, it looks like. 2nd and 11 here.
Yeah, it's one of those scenarios where it's better to drop the pass than to catch it at all.
They're going to move all the way on that left hash mark. Rolap's going to take it. He's immediately going to roll to his right. He's being chased down by Silva. He's going to look to the end zone. Incomplete.
Yeah, Silva got right to him. He ran right through the offensive line and was chasing him. And I didn't even think Rolap saw him, but he heaved it out to the end zone.
So it's 3rd and 11 now for the Blue Wave.
Yeah, this is the biggest play of the game. 6 minutes left. Can you get more than a field goal here? Can you get that first down? And can you score that touchdown?
They don't want 3. You can tell. They haven't said it, but based on the play this game, they're going to want that 6. Shelton lined up to Rolap's right. Connor Lane on the far sideline.
Yeah, Coach Grant is pointing at the defense right now, pointing at Connor Lane specifically, seeing his matchup with what seems to be a
Rolap was waiting it out. You know, he's going to be taken down from behind. Lucas Silva gets in there again. He's got a receiving touchdown on this game, and now he's got a sack.
Yeah, Lucas Silva is a player that's gone really under the radar for most of this game, but he's had some big plays. Even on the last play, he was running and almost sacked Rolap, but Rolap had to heave it into no man's land to save that one. This time he doesn't get so lucky as Silva comes and runs right through that O-line once again.
Yeah, he bursted right past Jackson Davenport, the first-year varsity player, and was able to get past Clifton Shelton, the captain, as they are going to be going for it here on 4th down. 4 receivers. 3 to his right, 1 to his left. Rolap is going to take it. He's going to move up in the pocket. He's going to roll out right. He's going to motion. He's going to go to the end zone. It's going to be caught. They're going to say touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Connor Lane. Who else but Connor Lane?
What a beautiful catch by Connor Lane. Are you kidding me? Connor Lane jumps up and gets it as a toe tap grab in the back of the end zone.
Rolap jumped and threw that one. The 6th catch, it looks like Connor Lane got the foot in bounds. He jumped right over, I believe that was number 12, Max McCover, right over Lucas Silva's head there. Holy cow, Connor Lane, what a catch. Been targeted 8 times this game. Sikora's extra point is good. Wow. What a game. McMahon's going to get the football back with just over 5 minutes to play.
Yeah, if I'm new McMahon here, I'm quite shocked because Rolap was forced and he looked like he was going to get stopped and McMahon was going to get the ball with a tie game. He heaves it up last minute prayer. It's like a Hail Mary from the 20-yard line. And Connor Lane comes in and catches it, similar to Santonio Holmes in the Super Bowl against the Cardinals.
Yeah, and he just, like you said, 4th down, desperation throw, jumped up and heaved it, and he showed off the arm strength. Throwing a football from midair is no easy task, and he did make it look easy right over, and great hands by Connor Lane, too. He was able to get way up over there. He's 6'3". He's a big guy.
Yeah. Connor Lane was the engine of that drive with like 7 to 8 catches on 10 targets, very efficient, and he really powered this offense to get that touchdown and was rewarded with catching that amazing
the Clifton
touchdown.
Shelton runs and dump-off passes and the Connor Lane screens, of course, capped off by that touchdown as Anson Sikora is going to boot this one down. Good kick there. Going to be taken in by Mel Bynum. Mel Bynum's going to get a burst of speed up the middle. He's going to be dragged down just past the 30-yard line. Great return from Mel Bynum.
Yeah, if I'm McMahon here, I'm going to try to pass it to Bynum as much as I can. He's the most explosive receiver on this team, and he's the one who can get us the most yards in the quickest amount of time. We have 5 minutes left. We want to shock Darien, but we don't give them too much time left. So that's why I also want to run the ball with Daniels because it doesn't seem like Angione is going to be back soon.
And Wes Scallon in on that tackle, getting Mel Bynum down right in front of that 30-yard line. So now we see Jeremiah Jordan here on the near sideline. He's guarded by, it looks like, Morgan Rubenstein. As, like you said, Jaheim Daniel. Accompanied. Boyle's just going to find, Mel Bynum getting shifty, and he's going to pick up a first down. Makes everyone miss.
Yeah, as I said before, the main goal of McMahon is just to target Bynum. Bynum's been your go-to player this entire game. Him and Daniels have really brought this offense into a very close game with Darien, the closest I feel like they've been in 17 years. So this is a game that Bynum and Daniels are anchoring the offense. They should just keep going to it. There's no reason to change now.
It's going to look like a run to the right side. So he pushed out of bounds. Daniel taking that one.
What's interesting is to see McMahon's clock management here, because there's 4.5 minutes left. They're driving down. If they score a touchdown, they don't want to leave much time left. They want to leave it to overtime so that they have a better chance of scoring and winning.
Yeah, so expect them to, not be too hurry up, not too aggressive. As a low snap here, it's going to be bobbled. Boyle's just going to throw it away. Brand Kaiser was in, pressuring him.
It's a big third down here to see, can they get out of their own half? Can they make it down into field goal range and then hopefully touchdown range, because a field goal is not going to be good enough here unless they get a defensive stop.
So Mel Bynum's in the slot here on this 3rd and 7. I believe no under center snaps here so far in this game. They've been going purely shotgun. Boyle's going to take the snap, pressured immediately, going to dump that one off to Daniel. Daniel's going to make a move. Daniel's going to cut up field right near that first down marker.
It looks like he got it.
The flag on the play too. Might have been a late hit as he was coming down. So the chains are going to move, it appears.
Looks like he just picked up the flag.
They might just pick up this flag here. Well, they're going to move him way up. So now there is a flag here. Move him up about 15 yards. That's a killer for the Blue Wave.
Yeah, now McMahon can freely waste clock, and they are in a range where they can easily score with Bynum being an explosive receiver. If you throw him at a post route, he'll get into the end zone quite easily.
So 1st and 10 now, instead of from midfield. It's at near their opposing 27-yard line as he's going to go deep to King Dorleans.
Yeah,
there's going to be pass interference. Number 94, Will Duffy, was in coverage, and they're going to call pass interference there as he was interfered with.
Yeah, Duffy just looks to bump with Dorleans as soon as he's about to make the catch.
Yeah. Wasn't facing the ball, wasn't making a play. So that's going to be 2 straight bad penalties for the Darien Blue Wave here. Or
were there multiple penalties on the play? Yeah, it looks like the penalty's offset or something, because they haven't moved the chain.
Yeah, penalties look like they have offset. Flag near the end zone is going to be picked up. So it's going to be a repeat of that 1st and 10.
That penalty actually would have... Oh.
As they are, in fact, moving. So a little bit confusion here as they're going to continue to move down, not to the spot of that foul, of the pass interference, but they will move up about 10 yards.
Yeah, that penalty might actually work in Darien's favor because McMahon's closer to the goal line, and it might give more time for Darien to score here, or more time for Darien to have on the ball if McMahon scores here.
Whistle blown. False start here for McMahon. They're going to move back 5 yards.
Yeah, this has been a sloppy game so far. It's been like a penalty bowl game with each side getting over 5 penalties in this half alone.
So instead of 1st and 10, it is 1st and 15. 3 straight plays with a penalty flag. Not many seen throughout, but more now as of recent. As we have still yet to see Jonathan Angione back on that field since he left and went to the sideline with that injury. As there's a play action to Daniel. He's going to flick it over the head of Mel Bynum. Boyle was looking for Bynum. Walker Brown in coverage. So 2nd and 15 now.
Yeah, Boyle.
Pressure coming from Gately.
Yeah, Boyle moving to his right, throws it up, heaves it up, for Bynum. And again, the same first quarter problems that happened then at that same side of the field, he's again overthrowing Bynum. It seems to be this motif throughout the story of Boyle overthrowing his receivers in moments where it matters.
We saw it immediately in that first drive. He overthrew Bynum a couple times. One of them tipped in the air, almost led to an interception. Fell right at the feet of Ryan Girolamo. So 2nd and 15, just past the 20-yard line of Darien.
As the referee, John Anesta, signals to the play clock guy to move the clock up to back to 25.
Play action here. Design QB run, it looks like, for Boyle. Boyle's going to be hit, but he's going to keep going. He's going to get a gain of about 4. So it's still 3rd and 15. Or 3rd and 11, excuse me. Clock winding down, about 3 minutes left in this one.
Yeah, this is a big play here because this is 4-down territory, so you got to see some gain, but no gain at all will cause the McMahon defense to get needy and hope for a miracle like Ben Rolab did while throwing to Connor Lane on 4th and 20.
So here we go.
Student section, the loudest they've been all game.
Looks to be about 3rd and 11. Boyle's going to take it. He's going to drop back. He's going to look to his right. No one there. Morgan Rupenstein in coverage. Intended receiver was King Dorleans.
It looks then like King Dorleans just tripped and fell while looking for the ball.
Yeah, just kind of slipped. There was a little bit of contact there with Morgan Rupenstein, but not enough to call a foul.
Yeah, 4th down and 10 here, and they look to go for it. Obviously, this isn't the biggest 4th down we've seen. We saw 4th and 20, which was converted to a touchdown, which has caused Darien's lead. So McMahon hoping for a similar sort of result on their 4th down.
Dorleans and Gomez are going to swap places here before this 4th down snap. Boyle goes to his left. Pump fakes. Goes to the end zone. Incomplete. The Blue Wave defense comes up strong. No one in the area.
Yeah, McMahon looking for flags, but the referees are not giving in. So it's Darien ball here in a very crucial moment. 2.5 minutes left. Darien just looks to run out the clock by running the ball with Clifton Shelton.
Yeah, McMahon does have 2 timeouts. We saw in that replay Walker Brown was pressuring Eamon Boyle there. So, like you said, Neve, going to be very interesting. They're gonna have to run out the clock. They're gonna have to get some first downs if they want to run out the clock. You still do, like you said with McMahon, you still do have those 2 timeouts. And if you're Darien, then Rolap leading out the offense here. You are not in the best of field position, so no mistakes.
Yeah, in the first quarter they seem to be a little sloppy. They've seemed to become much better now as of late.
They're just going to give it to Clifton Shelton. It's going to be 2nd down. Timeout taken.
Yeah, if McMahon get a 3 and out here, it's huge because with these 2 timeouts, they're going to waste maybe 40 seconds of clock and get the ball back. They'll just need 1 to 2 plays, but they do have those big play guys in Daniels and Bynum.
100%, and we saw before earlier, King Dorleans and Mel Bynum broke free, especially on that one near on the far 30-yard line on the near side. King Dorleans broke right past his defender, Tommy Karczewski, and just out the outstretched arms. Again, a common theme is Eamon Boyle overthrew him. So, big play. Big play could happen. Blink of an eye. We saw Ben Rolap found Connor Lane in the back of the end zone. I didn't see it coming. I'm not sure many people here at Darien High School Stadium Field saw that coming.
Yeah, I don't think anyone at this field really saw this close game, too. It's been a very eventful game, very unorthodox, sloppy game, but it's been also a very fun game to watch, very close game. It's not been a blowout like the last couple of meetings between these 2 teams.
Yeah, a couple interesting scores. Blocked PAT, a safety, a fumble near the end zone. It's been an eventful afternoon here, Darien High School. Clifton Shelton is going to work his way up. Great run there. Another timeout is going to be called.
It's a 3rd and 1 here with, looks like the clock's still running.
They're going to stop the clock with that timeout, and McMahon has none remaining in this 4th quarter.
Yeah, with 2 minutes left, it's a 3rd and 1. If Darien can get this first down, they've essentially won the game with 3 kneels. So let's see what happens on this 3rd down. Can McMahon stop Clifton Shelton from running right down the middle? Or they do some trick play, because Darien has been known to do these trick plays.
We saw it at the beginning.
They can throw to Connor Lane or something. Nobody knows with this Darien offense. It's not exactly as reliable as a mule.
And coach is going to talk it over before they send out that offensive unit. 2:01 left. Darien on the left side of your screen. Head coach Andy Grant seeking for his first win as a head coach of this Darien football squad, filling in for Mike Forget, who resigned this past offseason.
Yeah, with a win here, Darien looks to be 2-0 against 2 FCAC teams.
And looks like Clifton Shelton is going to get stopped before that first down marker. So an interesting turn of events here as it's 4th down.
Yeah, the clock is stopped, though, for some reason. As the referees talk it over.
Yeah, clock is in fact stopped. Line judge coming out here.
Yeah, the line judge, Mary Real, is coming out here, talking it over with her fellow
Looks like
referees.
there's a McMahon senator down in the field. Training staff is going to come out.
It's a 4th down and inches.
Should be very interesting.
Did they go for it, or do they trust their defense enough that they can hold off Mel Bynum, King Dorleans, and Jonathan Angione for the next 2 minutes?
Well, it's interesting to see if Angione is going to return in this game, even if they do get another snap on offense. So I can't quite see who is down for Brien McMahon currently. But if I'm Andy Grant and the Darien offense here, I am trusting my captain, Clifton Shelton. Been reliable all game. He has his touchdowns. He's had his big plays. So if there's one man I'm going to go to, it's going to be him. Still waiting on word for this injury, as it appears that number 53, Emerald Charles, is down. That's a captain, a valuable member of this Senator team.
It's unfortunate 2 of their captains have been injured this game. Hopefully, wishing them a speedy recovery from the DAF Media booth.
Yeah, he's going to walk off the field. Great sight to see here. So big loss on that front line in a huge situation where it is 4th and inches. They're going to bring out the markers. They're going to see this spot. They're going to extend the chains here. As it appears,
It appears to be half a
just
football length short. Yeah,
just short.
Half a football length short. 4th and literal inches, as a ruler would be enough to get into a first down.
Yeah, great shot there. This Darien offense is going to come out, hoping for a first down. First down that could possibly win this ball game.
Yeah, surprisingly, roll-up isn't under center for a quarterback sneak, which would be enough for a first down. Instead, he's in shotgun with Shelton behind him.
So clock is running. Under 2 minutes to go. Rolap looking for an offsides. He runs up under center. Nothing happening. So Darien will take a timeout so they do not obtain that delay of game call. But great job by Ben Rolap. They got some reactions out in that line, but no one was able to jump over for McMahon.
Yeah, with 100 seconds left for in the game, McMahon looks to get the ball back if Darien chooses to punt. It looked like Rolap was going to go for a QB sneak there at the end, lining up under center for possibly the first time in the game. But instead, he just tries to draw an offsides and fails. And Darien eventually just calls a timeout.
So in a action-packed game so far, these past 4 minutes have been really slowed down between the timeouts and the whistles, and it looks like Anson Sikora is coming on here.
Wow, this is not the decision I expected. With 6 inches to get to the first down, they decide to just punt it off as Mel Bynum is trotting back to right around the 40.
So Andy Grant is gonna trust his defense and defensive coordinator Dave Brennan. It's gonna be interesting. There's a late substitution here. Patrick Gately's gonna come on. Still getting set. 1:41 left to play. Sikora gets it away. Low spinning kick. Mel Bynum's got it. He's going to go to the right. He's going to cut to midfield. He's going to be taken down. In on that tackle was Brant Kaiser.
It's important to note here that McMahon has 0 timeouts left. So Boyle will need to throw the ball every time and play hurry-up offense. And a field goal is not good enough. They need a touchdown. They need to go all 46 yards and take it to the house.
It's going to be interesting to see how head coach Jeff Quiroga plays this with his offense. You've been very run-heavy this game with Angione and Daniel in that backfield.
I think Pablo Gomez should get the ball here. He's not been targeted much, but he's being covered less than most other players.
Play clock going to be reset here to 25.
Yeah, Will Duffy covering Pablo Gomez here. Will Duffy was the reason that McMahon was so close to the end zone last time as for the pass interference call.
Boyle's going to look to the right, and it's going to be caught. Lucas Silva, the captain, able to grab that one out of the air, snag it, pull it close to his chest, right along the far sideline.
Yeah, luckily Lucas got out of bounds, so it's 85 seconds left in this game, and the clock is not moving, while McMahon only has 38 yards to go to tie this game up, with granted they get the extra point.
So Boyle's got it. Daniel's in the backfield. It's gonna be a little flip. Oh, just under the arms of Morgan Rupenstein and Ben Curtis. Was hit as he threw, just flubbed up into the air. Brant Kaiser with the pressure.
Yeah, I thought it was a fumble there almost, but luckily Boyle was able to get the ball out just in time.
Arm was moving forward, and we see same sort of formation with Gomez nearest to us and Bynum in that slot as Jaheim Daniel is going to line up in that in between Bynum and the line, and Boyle's going to roll out. He's going to flip that one. It's going to be caught. Knocked out of bounds is Braden Darling.
Yeah, it looks like Andy Grant's gamble is not paying off so far, as McMahon has only used 30 seconds and is down to the 15-yard line. And they look to capitalize on this great return by Bynum, too, starting at the 46. And they could score a touchdown here and send the game to overtime.
So it's a first down now, a minute 12. Darling did get out of bounds, so the clock is stopped. No timeouts for McMahon.
Yeah, Mel Bynum has not been targeted here. If I pass for Mel Bynum, I'm hoping he's going on a slant or something that he can, or a zig, so that
Oh, Boyle, under pressure, he's just going to run for it. He's going to be knocked back hard. Jack Silsby with a huge hit. They got to set up fast as this clock continues to wind down. 56 seconds now. They're just going to spike it. Clock stop as it is 3rd and 7 now.
Yeah, that was a risky play. I would have thrown it out of bounds, saved the yards, but instead they got saved the clock. Instead they got 3 yards and decided to spike the ball immediately. Again, Bynum has not been targeted this drive. Had the good return to get 10 yards, but still needs to get that. I feel like he's the guy who, the spark plug for this offense, and if he gets a reception, it's going to end up in points.
So empty backfield now. Eamon Boyle. The Brien McMahon Senators are looking to tie this one up. Down 21-14. Eamon Boyle's going to look. Pass overthrown. He had Jaheim Daniel in open space and just couldn't find him. That's a huge miss.
Again and again this game, Eamon Boyle overthrowing receivers. It's happened and it's happened again, especially in these crucial moments. Hopefully for him, he capitalizes on this 4th down.
Perhaps the biggest play of this game so far.
Yeah, 4th and 7. A touchdown sends it to overtime with an extra point. While a miss, and Darien wins and ends up at 2-0.
Timeout going to be called by Darien, putting a little more suspense on both these teams and all these fans here in attendance at the Darien High School Stadium Field.
Yeah, if I'm McMahon here and Jeff Quiroga, I talk it over. I'm telling Eamon Boyle, pass it to King Dorleans. Pass it to King Dorleans. Don't pass it to Mel Bynum. They're all going to expect Mel Bynum on this in this play. They expect Jaheim Daniels and Lucas Silva. King Dorleans has gone under the radar for this drive, especially. I think he's the guy that they can target here for a couple of points and the 1st down.
King Dorleans has gotten a couple receptions in this one so far. In a 4th and 7, 48 seconds left. It's going to be very interesting. Both teams looking to become 2-0 on the year. Neither team wants to go home at 500. McMahon searching again for that first win over Darien for the first time since 2006.
Yeah, I believe this field wasn't even around in 2006. That's how new it is.
Student section getting into an empty backfield. Boyle's going to roll out to his right. He's going to look to the end zone. It's going to be intercepted! Ryan Girolamo! The captain delivers. Flag on the play.
Might as well be excessive celebration with the fist pump, but it also could be pass interference as he was quite in Mel Bynum's face.
Great catch to come down with it was Ryan Girolamo. Let's see if this stands.
Yeah, offense is still on the field, and they have the 1st down marker, so it looks like they're fine, but who knows?
Looks like it might just be called for an excessive celebration as the Blue Wave sideline meets their captain with a bunch of praise. So Darien ball here, 41 seconds left. Fired up are the fans here at the stadium field.
Yeah, 41 seconds here. It's going to take 2 snaps to end this game as the play clock is only 40 seconds away.
So it doesn't quite matter, but it looks like Declan Cunningham is going to be on the field. Victory formation here for the Blue Wave. So Cunningham is going to kneel that one. So one more snap and that'll do it.
Yeah, and a very interesting win. Darien will edge out McMahon 21-14 in one of the closest games I think they've ever played in the last couple decades.
Yeah, extremely unorthodox game. We'll take you through it one more time. 21-14, the final score. Started off with a safety for McMahon, and then as the handshake line midfield begins, then Darien responded quickly with a rushing touchdown off the pick from Briggs McGuckin. Clifton Shelton found his way into the end zone. And quickly back in second quarter, Lucas Silva and Mel Bynum both the touchdowns for Brien McMahon. And then, of course, Cunningham was able to find his way for a rushing touchdown before quarter 3, where nobody scored. And then in that final quarter, that miraculous play where Ben Rolap was able to launch that one into the end zone. Connor Lane was able to score. So Darien becomes 2-0 on the year. McMahon is 1-1. McMahon's next game, Darien's next game, they will go on to play Fairfield Prep here at the Stadium Field next Friday. And I'd like to thank this whole DAF Media crew. Again, I'm joined along Neve Segal, Will Massey, Hugh DeMarc, Scott Kirby on camera, Will Donnelly on graphics, Colin Tomaszewski instant replay, Liam Tomaszewski, our amazing director, and of course, we are all overseen by Damian Andrew. And again, watching on DAF Media, joint venture of the Darien Athletic Foundation and the Darien Foundation. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great rest of your night.